Well, good morning, basketball fans. It's early here for a 9 o'clock game, loser-out game here at the state tournament here in Great Falls, Montana. We're over at CMR. Is it Charlie Russell?
CM Russell.
CM Russell High School for a loser-out action between Bigfork, the Vikings, and the Columbus Cougars here this morning.
What a beautiful facility, James. Huh?
Yeah, nice. A lot of fans. Hey, the fans from both sides, the bands are combined together playing here this morning. And pregame brought to you by Gilliard Painting, interior, exterior painting and staining, pressure washing, parking light striping, property care decking, Chip Gilliard, 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive in Bigfork, 210-7794, or Chip Gilliard at yahoo.com. Voted the 2020 Best of the Flat as the #1 best painting contractor in the Flathead Valley. Well, it's Columbus against Bigfork here. Loser out action. The winner moves on to the Consolation Championship, a chance to get a third-place finish here. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows, here from CM Russell.
That's right.
High School. I didn't introduce you yet, man.
Oh, geez.
On the other side, joining me on the pregame, none other than the athletic director for Bigfork High School, Mr. Matt Provecchio.
You got me again.
He says the ratings will go up now that he's here.
Right. Hey, CMR, a little factoid as everybody's waking up this morning, home of two of Montana's most notable athletes, Dave Dickinson from the football realm and Josh Hustis, basketball. Two, did really well for themselves outside of Montana.
Well,
a lot of history.
Nobody listening as of yet. They're probably not awake here, but we can get going here.
Yeah, once
they'll be joining here, probably ready for tip-off at 9 o'clock. I'm not sure if they do have the camera up there for the
NFHS.
But nobody broadcasting it, so I guess I could have wired into that too. But going to get the starting lineups. Hey, Bigfork valiantly, they won the first game. So how did both teams get here? Let's talk about that. First of all, let's talk about Columbus. Columbus loses a last-second three-pointer by Wolf Point, 65-62, in the only round at 10:30 on Thursday.
Great game.
Then they take care of business, 68-47, a 21-point win over Lodgegrass at 9 o'clock yesterday morning. So now they've rested pretty well.
Yeah, they've had some time.
So they had the whole day. And then Bigfork, in the first round, they take care of Red Lodge, a good ball game, 55-48.
Solid.
And a great game yesterday. Unfortunately for the Vikings, they went down by 17 after one half and really had to battle back. But folks,
they did. So hard.
They played their hearts out,
and
they got it within 3 but couldn't quite get over the hump. I think, if we would have got it down to 10 going into half, we'd have won that. Could have won that ball game. Really stepped up the pressure defense, but just ran out of time. Yeah. And then number 20 for them, he hit some key dagger threes.
We
didn't have second half. If he doesn't make those,
and our perimeter game was tough. We had a hard time with the three ball that game, and just really didn't shoot it. No criticism of anybody, but our inside game is what got us back into it. But a couple threes would have been handy there in the second half. But it is what it is.
Guys really step up. I think Isaac Epperly, he had some unbelievable moves there late, but just ran out of time.
Yep.
For the
credit to them.
Vikings.
Yeah, credit the other team though too.
Well,
Malta,
they did what they needed to do. Now they'll face Loyola in the state championship tonight. But Bigfork has a chance to take away some hardware, chance for third place. But they got to take care of business here this morning.
Columbus
there's
team.
Some big business to be taken care of. That 6'9" guy, Hayden,
he's a load.
Stephenson for. The Cougars,
a couple big boys, don't they?
A couple 6'9", 6'5". Those two, 6'2" guy, and we'll get to the starting lineups here. We got about 8 minutes to tip off here. So did you rest well? We didn't have to get up early yesterday, but today, it was 9 o'clock. It's always tough. It's always tougher for the team that loses in the semis to come to this game because the other team had won in the morning yesterday, and they had all day, and they're rested.
A little different momentum shift, right? Time, rest, momentum.
Well, and it's you're coming off a loss for the other team, and how do you recover from that to get a third place finish?
We'll find out.
Notoriously, it is tough. Yeah. But we'll see if the Vikings can take care of business.
And
here.
James, this isn't our first trip to this gym. I believe in the loser out game. We have this is a second time here in the past 10 years, I think.
You know what? I don't. In 2011, we lost in the semis for Wolf Point. We should have won that ball game on the other floor. And then Saturday morning, did we play here?
Well, it was our return trip from our first state championship in 2014. The subsequent year, with Josh Sandry leading the charge, we came here and played in a loser out game against it was like Lodge Grass or Lame Deer.
I don't think I was here for that game. To tell you the truth, I don't think I.
But it was here. I remember
I was probably out of town or something.
We were short Christian Evans, some firepower that we were used to having, and
yeah, you missed Christian Evans. That's a huge. But 6'7".
I think Josh Sandry had a dozen fouls in the first quarter already, and it was.
You only get 5.
Yeah,
Matt.
well,
come on, quit exaggerating so much. So I'm looking for the Vikings. Hey, Columbus in their green, white trim and white numbering. Bigfork in their whites with powder blue. And light blue powder blue trim. So getting ready to take care of business. Starting lineup's a little bit different, and we'll take care of that here momentarily. So what are you looking for out of the Vikings today? I mean, other than as an athletic director, you got to be proud of how they got here and made it here and represented both, the Vikings and the Valkyries. And we'll talk about the Valkyries later because they're playing in the state championship. But that's 8:30 tonight. That's like almost 12 hours away. So,
I go back to I'm just super proud of these boys and this coaching staff. I think there was a lot of question marks coming in based on some of the shots they took earlier in the season with injury. And that's not an excuse for any of the wins or losses this year. I mean, the teams that won deserve to win. The losses back and forth. But I think it just speaks to the character of the boys. Sticking through, been easy to throw in a towel and say, hey, it is what it is. We had our shot type of thing. And they haven't. They battled, continue to battle, played some tough teams, had some great games. But I'm just really happy for them. I think they've.
That's the only second team in Class B that they've lost to all year.
Yep.
I mean, obviously Loyola, who's in the state championship, very, very, very good team.
Yeah.
Excellent team.
Excellent.
And then losing to Malta. So could take their hats off and played hard. Just really good kids.
Yeah.
And I hear that from people around here. Good sportsmanship and stuff like that. So that's always most important.
Yeah.
So.
Well, James, I think the answer to this one's going to be, and as well as I do, like our game last night, who jumps out at first, and I think we're going to hopefully bring it right from the get-go.
Well, I think the thing you talk about, is that you got to get with it from the get-go here, especially against this Columbus team with that 6'9" guy, Stephenson. So, and I'm going to get a little change in the Bigfork starting lineup with the injury yesterday. So we got about 3:50 to go. I'll take a timeout right here. Yeah. I'll let you go, Matt, so you can go out, sit down,
James,
and cheer the team on.
Yes.
And then, hopefully we'll get things done and move on and play at 3:30. Otherwise, we have another game tonight for sure. But we're going to focus on the Vikings today, and they got to get with it. And it's really kind of hard in the morning.
Oh,
I remember tournaments, travel ball, those kids, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, it's tough for them to wake up usually that first half. So I'll be back from CM Russell High School here in Great Falls, Montana. The Class B state basketball tournament loser out action here between Bigfork, the Vikings, and the Columbus Cougar boys.
Thanks for having me, James.
Thanks,
go Vikes.
Matt. Go Vikes. All right, Matt Pravecchio joining me on pregame. I'll be back after this timeout. Well, welcome back to Great Falls, CM Russell High School here. And starting lineup's brought to you by Henson Excavating, Demolition, Site Preparation, Excavating, Grading. In business for 30 years, Fred Henson, 837-1051 or HensonExcavating.com. First of all, for the Cougars of Columbus, a 5'11 junior, number 1, Mason Meyer. 6 foot even junior, number 2, Mike Kortz. 5'11 junior, number 3, Cash Kramer. That's 6'5", a senior, number 23, Michael Curl. And then the 6'9", junior, number 44, Hayden Stephenson. For head coach Michael Robinson, this is my Mike Matovich and Phil Davey. For the Vikings, a little change in the lineup. It is 0, Wyatt Johnson, a 5'11 junior. 6'3", senior, captain number 3, Isaac Epperly. A junior at 6'3", number 5, Eli Thornis. 6 foot even, senior, number 14, Landon Byerman. And then a captain, number 15, 6'4", senior, Bryce Gilliard. Nick Walker not starting today. That injured his ankle yesterday. Head coach John Hollow. This is by Tristan Clark, Jim Epperly, and Adam Jort. We'll get ready here. So getting ready to do probably the anthem here and get underway. Move things around. So I'm ready to go. And I don't miss something here this morning. Up above here, Vikings will move right to left on your dial. Columbus left to right to start the first half here from CM Russell High School, home of the Rustlers. And we're going to stay right here for the anthem. Just tune in, and I'll let you guys listen. Make sure you rise and remove your hat. All right, combined bands between Columbus and Bigfork playing together here this morning. You got to see that. I see that back in 2011 when we were back here last time. But both bands playing together, and we're getting ready to wait. The starting lineups already given those to you, and we're about ready for tip-off here. Corey Cutler. Let me see the officials. Johnson having a good state tournament for the Vikings. Let me see, we got over there on the boys' side, Corey Cutler. Keith Denton out of Great Falls. It could be Clinton Evans, the other official. For today's ball game, once again, James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of Alice here from Great Falls. 406-270-7384, or a little message me online, and I'll get that to give you a shout-out as we get ready to go here between the Vikings and the Cougars. So it should be a good battle this morning. Who wants it? You know, loser out action is always tough. 6'9" guy going to be tough to stop. But we faced guys before. Reynolds out of Shelby. We faced him last year, and he was tough. And Bryce Gilliard. As I was right, Keith Benton, Corey Cutler. And Jay Lemelin this morning. Well, about ready to go. Tipping it up is Isaac Epperly because Walker's out against the 6'9" guy. Stephenson underway here. Tipped by Bigfork. Epperly wins the tip, but he tips it out of bounds. So as Thornton can't run it down, so Cougar basketball here as we're underway here from actually tipped a little bit early. It's 8:59, so we're ready to go. Over Kramer. Kramer on the right side out to the top of the key. That'll give it to Meyer. Meyer, he's going to get underneath Curl. And Meyer looking to drive behind Johnson. Off the glass. And Meyer scores 2-0 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard here. Cougars up early. Bryce Gilliard thought about the three. Getting it out, Epperly. Epperly, man-to-man defense by the Cougars here. And Epperly will get it over to Johnson. Johnson left side, baseline. Eli Thorntis, Landon Byerman going up. Stephenson's not going to try to shoot that. He's going to get a block. Gets it back. Wyatt Johnson. Epperly long three. Off the backboard, no good. Thorntis tips it out, but right to Meyer for Columbus. Meyer up the right side, pulls it out, looking to go against Johnson. And Thorntis picked up the loose ball. Down to Gilliard. Gilliard off the glass with the left hand for two. And tied at 2 here at CM Russell High School on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Gets it underneath. Thorntis fronting. Stevenson knocks it out of bounds. And going to remain Cougar basketball. 27 seconds to go on the shot clock. 6:48 to go here in the opening quarter. And we were tied at 2 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Into Meyer. Over to Courts. Courts right side. In the right corner. He gives it to Kramer. Kramer looking under Stevenson. And Thorntis fronting him. Long three-point on the way is good by Mason Meyer. Bigfork's got to step out. Little pressure defense, trap defense. Epperly tries to get it across the line. Gets it under Byerman. Byerman in the front door, back to Epperly. So Columbus put a little pressure, half-court trap defense on Bigfork as they bring it up. Johnson will get it to the left side, to Byerman. Byerman to the top of the key, over to Epperly. Thought about the three, baseline jumper. Eli Thorntis a little bit strong. Gilliard, tries to save it and loses it out of bounds. 6:07 to go here in the first quarter, and 5-2. Columbus leads the Vikings here on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Into Courts. Check that Kramer. Back to Meyer. We'll give it up to Curl. Left side. Thought about the three. Does Meyer. Gets it underneath Stevenson. Easily dunks it over Epperly. Stephenson with the basketball underneath. Byerman going to get fouled. And Stephenson helps Byerman up as he fouls him. And Byerman will go to the line. That's the first personal on Stephenson. First team foul. And Landon Byerman at the line for the Vikings. His first shot is up and good. And he'll get one more. One more for Byerman on the way. Rolls around, gets it to drop. 7-4, 5:46 to go on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Into Meyer, pressure defense put on by Bigfork. He'll get it over in the middle. Curl underneath Stephenson. They're going to do that all day. He's going to take it off the glass. Stephenson scores. A tough matchup for Bigfork underneath. Epperly, cross court. Thorntis back to Epperly over the left side. Looking to trap. Over to Johnson. Byerman looking back door. Feeds Gilliard. Gilliard knocked away and stolen by Kramer for Columbus. And Meyer has the basketball up the court. Gives it over the right side to Courts. Courts looking underneath. Looking for Stephenson. Backdoor tipped away by Byerman. Pass intended for Stephenson. Right into Gilliard's hands. He gets it up to Epperly. Epperly right side in the corner. Eli Thorntis thought about shooting. Going to take it. kicks it out to Epperly. That'd be key if you could take it to Stephenson, get another fouls, 2 here in the first half. Epperly looking, pulls up for a jumper, misses it, but Byerman grabs the rebound, puts it up over the top of Kramer for 2, 6-9. 4:35 to go here in the opening quarter on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard. Meyer will get it over to Courts. Courts on the right side, guided by Gilliard. Man-to-man defense by the Vikes. Over to Meyer on the left side. Top of the key, he'll give it to Courts in the corner. Kramer underneath to Stephenson. Stephenson kicks it out to Curl. Over the right side, left side, Meyer. Thought about the 3, driving on Johnson, top of the key. In the left corner, underneath the Stephenson. Stephenson looking to drive. Almost loses it out of bounds. 3-point shot of the way. Baseline jumper for 3 by Mike Courts. And 12-6. Columbus leads here on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard. Into Byerman. Eli Thornus on the left side. Back out to Byerman. Byerman will get it over to Epperly. In the corner, Gilliard thought about the 3. Gives it out to Epperly. Epperly back to Gilliard. 3-point shot on the way from the right side. Misses everything. Johnson able to save it to Byerman. 12 seconds left on. Eli Thornton goes up. Gets swatted by Stephenson. Grabs it. And a held ball. It'll be Bigfork on the possession. With 3:36 to go in the opening quarter. 12-6. Columbus is up on the Gunlock Construction scoreboard. Jack Jensen checking into the lineup for Bigfork. Gets it into Epperly. In the left corner, back to Epperly from Gilliard. Epperly thought about shooting it. Back out to Gilliard. Jensen takes it over the top of the key. And a shot clock violation on the Vikings. Jensen just coming in, not realizing that the shot clock was running down and didn't get it up. So a turnover by the Vikings to Columbus. Out of bounds off Bigfork, and remains Columbus ball. 30 seconds on the shot clock, 3:22 to go in the opening quarter. Columbus doubling up Bigfork 12-6 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Into Meyer. Meyer will get it over to Courts. Courts on the right side, top of the key, guarded by Gilliard. Gets it over to Curl, Michael Curl. 6'5" guy, Kramer. Back out to Courts. Meyer, top of the key. Meyer, pull-up jumper over Jensen, misses it. Byerman battles there with Kramer. Kramer grabs a rebound, kicks it out to Meyer. Over to Courts, looking for Stephenson. Underneath, stolen away by Landon Byerman. Byerman's going to go coast to coast off the glass. Scores 2 for the Vikings. 12-8, 2:44 to go here in the first quarter. He'll give it up to Kramer. Back to Meyer. Meyer across the timeline, guarded by Jensen. Spin move. Byerman steals it and knocks it away. Oh, they're going to get whistled for the foul. Great hustle by Landon Byerman as he gets on the floor. And he's going to get called for his first personal and first team foul on the Vikes. Columbus to inbound on the far side. I'm across the way from the stands. A lot of Viking fans here this morning. It was CMR on this, Columbus on this side of CM Russell High School. Pass intended in the middle, right to Epperly. Epperly gives it up to Thornton. Back to Epperly, top of the key. Thornton is out, trying to draw Stephenson out. Stolen away by Meyer for Columbus. Going right out, Epperly. Held ball as Epperly on the drive in, able to grab the basketball, tie him up. Possession arrow belongs to Columbus. Columbus not liking the call, but a good defense there by Isaac Epperly. And number 11, Landon Olsen in the ball game for Columbus. Inbounding on their own basket. Under Stephenson. Thornus nearly had it. Knocks it away finally. Grabs it. Epperly comes up with it. Going to give it up to Gilliard. Back to Isaac Epperly. Good defense by the Vikes as they're being scrappy this morning. Epperly. Spin move. Backdoor Jensen. Off the glass for 2. A little backdoor cut. And 12-10. The Vikings within 2 now. Give it to Curl. Shot in the way. Try to get it to Stephenson. Stephenson grabs it over Epperly and scores it off the glass. 1:30 to go. 14-10. Columbus leads. Up to Jensen. Jensen front court left side. Looking. Cross court. Gilliard out to Epperly. Epperly top of the key extended. Getting it up. Gilliard. Gilliard going to run the point. Out to Thornus. Thornus to Gilliard. Jensen looking back door. Thornus was covered. Byerman turnaround jumper. Oh, can't quite get to roll in. Michael Curl with the rebound. Gets it up to Meyer. Up the right side. We'll get it to Courts. Courts right wing. Out to Meyer. Over to Olsen. Olsen looking to drive. He'll get in the corner. Meyer looking underneath for Stephenson. Stephenson up. And a held ball as Epperly right on top of it. Held ball. And arrow points towards Bigfork. Levi Peterson checking into the ball game for the Vikings. Get it into Jensen. Trap. Get over to Epperly. Epperly looking to get across timeline in the corner to Peterson. Peterson back out to Epperly. 36 seconds on the shot clock. Game clock. 21 seconds. Epperly top of the key. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Curl. On the miss by Epperly. Shot clock is off. Over the right side. Gets it up to Courts. Meyer looking to drive. Goes up. Blocked by Epperly. And they're going to whistle a foul. And second team foul on Bigfork. A first personal on Jack Jensen. And Meyer to the line to shoot 2 for Columbus. Shot up. First one is good. He'll get one more. 15-10 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. The Vikings trail by 5. Second shot drops. And substitution, Kramer will come in for Meyer for the Cougars. With 19.6 to go here in the first quarter. One shot I think they're holding for is Bigfork. Gets it over to Epperly. Epperly looking to get across time. Over to Jensen. In the front court is Jensen. Gives it over to Epperly. 8 seconds to go. Epperly, screen set by Gilliard. Gilliard, three-point shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. Curl grabs it. No time. It runs out. Here. So 1 quarter in the books. A slow start for Bigfork, but battled back within 6. 16-10. The Cougars lead the Vikings on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard after 1 here from C.M. Russell High School in loser-out action at the Class B State Boys Basketball Tournament here in Great Falls, Montana. I'll be back after this timeout from C.M. Russell High School. Back in Great Falls, C.M. Russell High School, as the Vikings trail 16-10 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. And it'll be Cougar basketball to start the second quarter. Over to Meyer in the corner. He gets it up to Kramer. Kramer right side looking underneath. Gets it out to Olsen. Olsen, Meyer, right, left side, driving is Meyer. Up, off the glass, too strong. Epperly with a strong rebound, looking up the court. Had Byerman thought better of it. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive. He'll get it out to Byerman. Out to Gilliard, top of the key. Over to Epperly. Epperly on the right side. Jensen now with the basketball, top of the key. Jensen looking, spin move, drive, pulls up, jumper. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Byerman and runs it down over to Johnson, back to Jensen, top of the key. Going to give it to Johnson. Johnson going to drive it all the way in, up, off the rim, no good. Byerman with another rebound. Gets swatted and gets knocked down. No foul called. And Meyer has the ball for Columbus. Under curl. Good defense by Epperly as Stephenson falling away. Epperly able to get the steal. Round his back. Meyer grabbing him. Jensen, right side. Jensen looking on the drive. Kicks it out. Gilliard, left side, three-point shot. Drops it. And a nice shot by Bryce Gilliard. That's a good side for the Vikings. 16-13, 6:43 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Meyer with a basketball for Columbus. Over the left side, he'll give it up to Kramer. Underneath, Curl. Nice pass underneath, feeding Curl right to the bucket for Columbus. Oh, Epperly had Byerman, tries to bounce pass it, knocked away by Kramer. Meyer on the drive, off the glass for two. Quickly into Jensen, 6:19 to go. Johnson driving. Byerman, Epperly. Epperly up, under. Off the glass, gets fouled. And a nice dipsy-do by Isaac Epperly. Can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the free throw line. First personal on Michael Curl, and second team foul. And Epperly at the line for two. First shot is up and good. Eli Thornus will come in the ballgame for Gilliard. And number two, Mike Courts back in for Columbus for Cash Kramer. 6:11 to go here to halftime. 20-14. Second shot on the way out the front of the rim. Miss. Curl grabs the rebound. Gets it up to Meyer. Quickly up to Courts. Courts right side. Bigfork still in their man-to-man defense. Epperly guarding Stephenson and doing a really good job at 6'3". Meyer will give it over to Courts. Out to Olsen. Meyer, top of the key, guarded by Jensen. On the drive. And Byerman will try to pick up the charging call. He will get called for the blocking foul. That's the second one on Landon Byerman. And the third team foul. Meyer inbounds, gets it to Curl. Curl goes up, blocked by Thornus, but a foul going to be called on Eli. That's Eli Thornus' first, fifth team foul on the Vikes. And the first shot is up by Curl. 5:48 to go here in the opening half. And loser out action, 21-14. Columbus. Gilliard will come back in for Jensen. Jensen did a nice job for the Vikings here. And he'll get a breather. Curl with one more for Columbus. Shot up and good. 22-14, 5:45 to go here in the opening half on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Over to Gilliard. Gilliard looking. Over to Epperly. Epperly. Byerman. Back out to Epperly. Byerman. Right wing. Looking underneath. Gives it up to Epperly. A lazy pass, and Meyer takes it away on that bounce pass. Courts with a basketball, right wing. Guarded by Byerman. Underneath. Give it to Curl. Curl looking. Top of the key. Olsen over to Meyer. Underneath is Stephenson. Stephenson trying to go up. Guarded by Epperly. Meyer, three-point shot on the way off the rim. No good. And battling for it. Foul called on Bigfork. That could have gone either way. That's going to be the second personal on Eli Thornus. Levi Peterson in the ballgame for Johnson. Number 10, Mason Adams checks in for Curl for Columbus with 5:09 to go here in the first half. Vikings trail 22-14 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Meyer gets it into Stephenson. Over to Courts. Courts looking, trying to get it out to Meyer. Top of the key, guarded by Peterson. Meyer right side. Top of the key to Olsen. Over to Courts on the left side. Courts on the drive. Misses it. Gilliard grabs the rebound. Nice defense by the Vikings. Epperly quickly up. Byerman on the left side finds Thornus. Thornus loses it. Kicks it out to Byerman. Byerman looking to drive. Up, floater. Rolls around the rim, out the backboard, drops for two. And a nice drive by Byerman after the Thornus loses it momentarily. Meyer with a basketball. 4:27 to go. 22-16. Meyer. Free throw line. Courts. Out to Olsen. Olsen. Underneath. Trying to drive. Meyer with a basketball. Guarded by Peterson. Underneath. Stephenson. Knocked away by Bigfork. Peterson comes up with a loose ball. Gilliard gets up to Epperly, to Byerman. Byerman on the left side for Bigfork. He's looking to drive is Byerman. Byerman loses it as Columbus steals it. And Courts with the basketball, trying to get it to Meyer. Peterson denying. Meyer finally gets it. Going to the right side. Meyer looking to drive baseline. And blocked by Thorness. And Jensen will come back in the ball game for Epperly, give him a blow. I'll just say this, they're letting them play today. There's only 5 fouls against Bigfork, 2 against Columbus in the first half. And Byerman had a nice first half. Johnson comes back in for him. And Columbus to take it out. Meyer to inbound. He gets it out to Adams. Knocked away by Thorness. Over to Meyer. Courts with the basketball. Trying to get it underneath. Nearly knocked away from Adams. Shot on the way over off the shot clock. No good, out of bounds off Columbus. Turnover to Bigfork. 3:24 to go here till halftime. 22-16 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. The Cougars lead the Vikings here in loser out action here at the state tournament in Great Falls, Montana. I'm at CM Russell High School up above. Watch the game. Jensen on the drive. Gets it out to Gilliard. Gilliard top of the key. Johnson, three-point shot on the way. And he gets fouled on the three. Gets fouled by Mike Courts. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Third team foul on Columbus. First shot up short off the front of the rim by Johnson. And Johnson will get 2 more. Second shot short again. Got to use a little more leg. Curl and Kramer back in. Stephenson out of the ball game for Columbus along with Meyer. Bigfork need to take advantage of this right now with 3:10 to go here in the first half. Johnson's last shot off the rim, no good. So he misses all 3. Rebound by Olsen for Columbus. Up to Olsen, over to Kramer. Kramer right side, out top of the key to Courts. He gets it over to Olsen. Back to Kramer, top of the key. Courts looking underneath, finds Curl. Curl guarded by Gilliard, out top of the key to Olsen. He gets it over to Adams. Stolen away by Jensen. Pass intended. Going to kick it underneath. Jensen going to go all the way up. Kicks it out. And saved by Levi Peterson, but right to Courts for Columbus. Feeds it underneath. Jensen with another steal for Bigfork. He'll give it up. No, he'll keep it and bring it across the timeline. So Bigfork playing defense. Having struggles on offense, but you can always play defense. Jensen looking to drive, gets it out Gilliard. 3-point shot, top of the key. This one's short, you can see. Eli Thorness tries to save it. It'll be out of bounds off Bigfork. With 2:07 to go here in the first half, Epperly and Byerman come back in for Bigfork. And Meyer, along with Stephenson, are going to return for Columbus here with 2:07 to go here in the first half. Jensen, Jack's grandparents, little sister Eden listening. Go Vikes. Yeah, sitting in New Mexico, sunny 70-degree weather. Levi Peterson's grandma. Underneath. Tried to get it to Stevenson, knocked away by Epperly on the pass from Kramer. Columbus will inbound with 1:59 to go into Stephenson. Over to Meyer. Meyer right side. Out top of the key to Kramer. Over to Courts. Curl. So starting lineup back in for Columbus. Curl shoots the jumper up, misses it. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Columbus coming over the back of Byerman. And that's on number 3, Cash Kramer. That's his first 14 foul on Columbus with 1:44 to go here in the opening half. Epperly looking. Over to Jensen. Jensen Back to Epperly. Epperly across the timeline. Back to Jensen over the right side. Get it to Epperly near half court. Over to Jensen. And back to Epperly. Running a little clock here. Byerman with the basketball comes to the top of the key. We'll get it to Jensen. Jensen, Epperly off the backboard. Good. Nice play as Epperly gives it up and then slides over on the right side. Able to take off the glass for two. 22-18, 1:05 to go here in the first half. Courts, corner, Kramer, three-point shot in and out. Byerman grabs the rebound. Epperly quickly up. Under a minute to go here in the opening half. Byerman over to Jensen. The Vikings within 4. At 22-18 on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard. Byerman looking, top of the key, left side, left wing to Isaac Epperly. Epperly looking, spin move. Eli Thorness, three on the way from the left side is good by Eli Thorness. 30-second shot clock off. Within 1 are the Vikings. Meyer driving up, kicks it over to Kramer. Kramer on the left side, looking to drive. Over to Courts, underneath Epperly. Nearly saves it. Pass intended for Hayden Stephenson. And Epperly nearly making the steal for the Vikings. Meyer to inbound with 19.7 to go. No shot clock. Stolen away by Byerman. Byerman going to go up off the glass for 2. And the Vikings lead for the first time. 23-22 on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard. Meyer, right side. Jensen looking to drive. Misses the layup. Thorness with the rebound. Oh, got it up to Byerman. Byerman can't get it up. As the buzzer sounds at halftime. And a valiant effort as the Vikings battle back down in the first half and take the lead. 23-22 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard here from CM Russell High School. I'll be back with halftime stats. Patty Henderson says she can't hear. Patty, can you hear now? Score is 23-22 at the half. The Vikings lead the Columbus Cougars here from Great Falls, Montana. I'll be back after this timeout for halftime here from Great Falls, Montana. Well, welcome back to Great Falls, Montana. CM Russell High School. The Vikings lead at halftime 23-22. And halftime brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945. And got to halftime. I didn't think I was going to get that, so I was having Bonnie send me screenshots, but they do have halftime stats here at CM Russell. And taking a look for Columbus, they shot 47% from the field, 8 of 17, 2 of 5 for the three-point range, and 4 of 4 for the free-point line, or free throw line, excuse me. For the Vikings, 9 of 21, shooting 43%, so right there, shooting well. 2 of 7 for three-point range, and Eli Thornton is making that three, and then free throws, they're 3 of 7. They lead. Columbus outscored them 16-10, but Vikings got it back 13-6, where they really stepped up their defense in the second quarter, and Isaac Epperly on Stephenson really kind of shutting him down and knocking him loud. But point-wise, we'll take a look at total. Total points, 6 for Stephenson, 4 for Curl. Leading the way, Mason Meyer with 9, Michael Kortz with 3, 22 overall. Turnovers, 11 for Columbus. Bigfork only 7. 1 block apiece. Steals, Bigfork with 10, 6 for Columbus. Leading the way for the Vikings at halftime, Johnson, Epperly, Johnson, no points. 3 points for Epperly and Thornus. Byerman leading the way with 10 at halftime as he started. 5 points for Bryce Gilliard and 2 points for Jensen. Nick Walker hasn't played. I know he hurt his ankle, and hopefully if they need him, he can step up and play. He didn't start the first half, but he got hurt yesterday in that semifinal game last night. Rebounds 11-9. That's kind of a surprise with their height advantage underneath, that the Vikings are leading in rebounding at halftime. Largest lead, 8 by Columbus. Bigfork by 1. They got that lead late, but their defense is what really is triggering their offense here. And about ready to go here in the second half from CM Russell High School here in Great Falls, Montana. And Brad Stodshill, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Brad Stodshill listening on the broadcast here from CM Russell High School. It'll be Bigfork basketball to start the second half. The same starters. You got Johnson, Byerman, Thornus, Epperly, and Gilliard to start the second half. And the same starters, it looks like, for Columbus. Meyer, Kortz, Kramer, Curl, and Stevenson. Second half brought to you by Gunlock Construction. Here we go. Gilliard to inbound here. 23-22, the Vikings lead. Into Johnson from Gilliard. And we're underway here in the second half from CM Russell High School. Johnson out to Thornus, top of the key. Looking underneath, 3-point on the way. Epperly tips it, but taken down by Kortz. You give it over to Meyer for Columbus. And out of bounds off Bigfork. It'll be Columbus basketball. Thornus and Byerman with 2 each. Nobody else in foul trouble for either team. Like I said, they let them play, which is good. When I was talking to one of the Columbus guys here, let them decide it out there. Nearly stolen by Byerman. He's doing a great job on defense, really hustling out there. Meyer on the drive, floats it up over the middle, scores it for 2. And Columbus takes the lead back on the Bigfork Harvest Crew scoreboard, 24-23. Over left side, Byerman, 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. You give it over to Thornus. Thornus top of the key, looking to drive. Gives it up, Johnson. Out to Byerman. Byerman takes off and travels. Oh, yes, he did. And turnover by the Vikings. They only had 7 in the first half to 11 for Columbus. So Columbus will inbound to Meyer. Meyer across the timeline for Columbus. He'll get it over to Kortz. Kortz on the right side. Guarded there by Gilliard. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Thornus on Curl. Epperly on Stephenson for Columbus. So Epperly trying to shut him down. Banging with him is Epperly. Then they're letting them bang underneath. 3-point shot by Kramer on the way. Misses it right into the hands of Epperly. Epperly quickly up to Johnson. Johnson left side underneath the Gilliard. Gilliard up. Swatted by Curl. And Courts will come up with it. He'll give it up to Kramer. Kramer left side to Meyer. And Epperly battling underneath with Stephenson. Jensen will come in for Johnson. That's the first personal on Epperly. With 6:25 to go, Columbus up 24-23 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Meyer gets it into bound. Kramer up and under off the glass. Jensen into Epperly. Epperly across the timeline for Bigfork. Out to Thornus. Thornus on the drive. Spin move. Up. Off the glass. Scores it over Stephenson on a nice drive by Eli Thornus. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 26-25. Columbus leads the Vikings. Underneath Curl. Runs right into Gilliard. And a whistle going to be blown on Bigfork. And Johnson will come in for Byerman. First personal on Gilliard. Second team foul in the second half on Bigfork. Out to Stephenson, right side. Gets it up to Kramer in the corner. Meyer, 3-point shot on the way. Misses everything. Courts gets the rebound. Misses the shot, and Jensen grabs it. Jensen coming up the court from Epperly. Jensen will cross the timeline for the Vikings. 5:35 to go here in the third quarter. Jensen over to Thornus. Thornus looking. Out to Epperly. Epperly top of the key. 3-point shot on the way. Is good. Tingles the twide from 3-point range from the top of the key. The Vikings take the lead 28-26 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Underneath, Stephenson on Epperly. Stephenson off the glass is good. He's tough underneath. The 6'9" junior for Columbus. We're tied at 28. Jensen with a basketball. Bigfork. Thornus with a basketball on the right side. Gilliard top of the key. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Kramer. You get up to Meyer. Up the right side of Courts. Courts looking to drive. Looking for Stephenson. Over to Courts. Meyer thought about the three. Gets it over to Kramer. Curl looking underneath. Looking for Stephenson. Free throw line is Curl. Knocked away. Stolen by Gilliard. Gilliard to Jensen. Jensen going to pull it out. Nope. Move it. Gives it to Thornus. Thornus looking. Spin move. Lays it up. Off the glass. Misses it. And Johnson tries to steal it. He's going to foul Kramer. And fouls on Jack Jensen. Or check that. Fouls on Wyatt Johnson. My bad. That's his first third-team foul on Bigfork here in the second half. Meyer with the basketball. We're tied at 28. 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Meyer, right side, looking to drive. Goes into Epperly. Epperly stands his ground. Misses the shot. And Gilliard comes up with the rebound. Gilliard out to Jensen. Up to Epperly. Epperly in the front court. Guarded by Meyer. Epperly looking for Johnson back door. Going to go over to Thornus. Thornus, right side, top of the key. Thought about the three. Holds it out. Going to give it up to Epperly. Epperly on the drive. Johnson over the right side. Johnson nearly stolen away by Meyer. Meyer takes him down. Going to get called for the personal. 28-28, 3:49 to go on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard. Byerman will come back in, give Gilliard a break here for the Vikings. Thornus to inbound here on the near side in the front court. He'll give it up to Epperly for the Vikes. Epperly with the basketball, guarded by Meyer. In the quarter, Jensen stolen away by Kramer. Kramer will give it back to Meyer for Columbus. Gets it over to Kramer. Kramer looking underneath. Gets it to Stephenson. Stephenson looking to drive up under. Has to give it out to Curl. Curl loses it. And Jensen's going to take it away. Quickly up, Thornus. He's going to go in off the glass for two. Eli Thornus, 30-28. The Vikings lead, 3:19 to go. Here on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard, third quarter. They'll give it over to Meyer. Meyer guarded by Jensen. Nearly stolen by Landon Byerman. Meyer picks it up. And timeout. A 30-second timeout taken by Columbus here with 3:08 to go here in the third quarter. And the Vikings lead 30-28 on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard. We'll stay right here. The winner of this ball game will move in the Consolation Championship at 3:30. A chance to win third place and some hardware at the state tournament. They'll take on the winner of Red Lodge and Wolf Point. Bigfork already playing against Red Lodge and beating him in the opening round, but they haven't played Wolf Point. How did we get here? Red Lodge beat Lame Deer in loser out action playing this morning. Columbus beat Lodgegrass 68-47. Bigfork lost to Malta 47-41, and Loyola took care of Wolf Point. I'll run all this stuff down later here on the postgame and see what we have actually going on. Inbound to Meyer for Columbus in the front court. 3:05 to go here in the third quarter. Meyer guarded by Jensen. To the right side, gets it out to Kramer. Kramer guarded by Johnson underneath. Curl, spin move, off the glass, no good. Epperly with the rebound. So the defense by Bigfork making it tough for Columbus. Epperly looking to drive. Gets it, had Byerman. Oh, Jensen. Jensen on the right side, top of the key. Going to bring it out, guarded by Meyer is Jensen. Off of Jensen out of bounds. And turnover by Bigfork. He'll give it up. And Columbus basketball. Into Meyer from Kramer. 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Vikes lead by 2, 30-28 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Loses it. Thornus going for the loose ball. Bumps into Courts. Gets called for the personal. That's his third personal. Gayer gets off the bench. Going to come back in the ballgame, replacing Thornus, who goes out with 3 with 2:21 to go here in the third quarter. And a good battle here in this loser out action this morning. Kramer to inbound, gets it to Courts. Courts right side, guarded by Byerman. Scrappy defense by Bigfork. Nearly stolen away by Byerman. Byerman bumps Courts underneath Curl. Curl lays it up, misses it. Rebounded by Gilliard. Up to Epperly. Epperly left side with 2:05 to go here in the third. Over to Jensen. Jensen guarded by Courts. Give it over to Byerman. Byerman on the right side. Epperly, three-point shot, top of the key, short, off the rim, no good. Rebounded there and grabbed by Stephenson for Columbus with 1:45 to go. 30-28. Bigfork leads on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Going down, Johnson picks up the loose ball off the glass for 2. 32-28, 1:30 to go here in the third quarter as Meyer went down, lost his footing. Johnson picks it up, goes full court. 1:25 to go. Meyer looking to drive in. Spin move. Picks up the foul. Fouls on number 3, Isaac Epperly. That's his second. And 15 foul on Bigfork. 5 team fouls on Bigfork, only 1 on Columbus here in the second half. At the line, Mason Meyer to shoot 2. Rims in and out, no good. He'll get 1 more. 1:20 to go here in the third. 32-28, Bigfork leads on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Second shot by Meyer, up. This one's good. So 32-29 into Epperly. Epperly to Jensen. Jensen wasn't quite ready, wasn't paying attention. Back to Epperly. But he grabs the basketball. Epperly, screen set by Gilliard. Epperly looking to drive in. Johnson kicks it out to Byerman. Foul going to be called on Columbus. Yeah, second personal on Mason Meyer. Second team foul on Columbus. Johnson inbound, looking. Gets it out to Epperly, top of the key. Guarded by Meyer. Epperly looking. Thought about the 3, gives it over to Byerman. Byerman driving on Stephenson. Blocked by Stephenson, and Byerman goes down hard, gets back up. Columbus with the basketball. Meyer across the timeline. Under 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Meyer, 3-point shot of the way. This one looks no good. Off the backboard. Quickly up, Johnson, left side. Johnson looking to drive. Oh, bounce pass behind the back to Gilliard, but Bigfork calls a timeout. And a full timeout taken by the Vikings. I'll take care of some business here by Northwestern Energy. Your team has great defense. You should exercise good defense, too, by having an annual heating system and appliance inspection. Call Northwestern Energy, a qualified contractor, to inspect and maintain your heating system and fuel-burning appliances. You'll protect your family against deadly carbon monoxide and get better. Energy Efficiency 2, brought to you by your defense partner, Northwestern Energy's Efficient Plus programs. So 32-29 with 38.7 to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings lead on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. And a timeout here. I'll be back here momentarily from Great Falls. All right, back in Great Falls, CM Russell High School. Loser out action here, 9 o'clock this morning. Columbus and Bigfork. The Cougars and the Vikings battling. The Vikings have the lead with 38.7 to go here in the third. And inbounding is Epperly for Bigfork. Lines it out, gets it to Byerman. Byerman in the left corner. Out to Gilliard. He's going to give it up to Epperly. Epperly top of the key. 24 seconds on the shot clock. 7 seconds difference. Gilliard, top of the key. Back to Epperly. Trying to set it up. Jensen out near half court. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jensen over to Byerman. Back to Jensen. Screen. Jensen looking, driving right side. Back to Gilliard. 3-point shot by Gilliard on the wing. Misses it. And shot clock violation. It'll be a turnover. They're trying to set it up. Didn't quite get it how they wanted. Shot clock off with 6 seconds to go. Meyer looks like he's going to try to drive. Kicks in the corner. Kramer, 3-point shot, misses it. Stephenson puts it back off the glass, no good. It would have been too late. Well, 3 quarters in the books. The Bigfork Vikings 32, the Columbus Cougars 29. On your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. And I'll take a timeout here from Great Falls, Montana. Well, welcome back to CM Russell High School, fourth quarter. And Jensen, Johnson, Byerman, Epperly, and Gilliard for Bigfork. And I'll get Columbus's here as we start the fourth quarter. Columbus with the basketball. And they got Meyer, Kortz, Kramer, Curl, and Stephenson. Out to Meyer, top of the key, guarded by Jensen. Great defense by Bigfork underneath. Gilliard knocks it away. His pass was intended for Curl. And Isaac Epperly with the basketball. He'll get it over to Jensen. So Vikings playing great defense here in this ball game. Brought him back and got him the lead. Jensen, top of the key. He's guarded by Kortz. Man-to-man defense by Columbus. Kicks it over Byerman. Byerman left side gets it up. Epperly. Epperly going to go off the glass for 2. Isaac Epperly. Nice pass by Byerman. Feeds him to the basket. 34-29 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. 7:15 to go here in the ball game. On the drive, Kramer goes, kicks it out Left side, 3 on the way, misses it. Rebounded by Curl. Curl up and under. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line with 7:05 to go. And 3-shot. Mike Courts misses that 3-point shot, but Curl grabs the rebound. That's the second personal on Bryce Gilliard. 16 foul on Bigfork. Free throw up is short off the front of the rim. Eli Thorne is coming back in the ball game. He'll come in for Landon Byerman. Byerman doing a great job. Great hustle by Landon Byerman here for Bigfork. Second shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. Gilliard can't run it down. Long Kramer gets it over to Meyer. Right side tipped by Johnson. And Epperly's going to get whistled. 17 fouls on the board for Bigfork. Only 2 for Columbus. And Stephenson will go to the line. Third personal on Epperly. And Stephenson at the line for a 1-and-1. The 6'9" junior for Columbus. Shot up, in and out, no good. Gilliard with a rebound. Will give it up to Epperly. Epperly, under 7 minutes to go here. Over to Jensen. Jensen across the timeline for the Vikes. Over to Thornus. Thornus looking, driving. Thornus out. Gilliard, over the top of the rim, no good. From 3-point range to the right side. Grabbed there by Kramer, gets it over to Meyer. Kramer gets it back, Stephenson. Knocked away by Epperly. Epperly out to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive. Up, under. Johnson pulls it up, off the glass, scores the bucket, and he'll go to the free throw line. A nice stutter step there by Wyatt Johnson. Scores the bucket, and will shoot the and one. That's the third personal on number 1, Mason Meyer. And third team foul on Columbus. Johnson's shot up. This one's good. 37-29, 8-point lead by the Vikes with 6:25 to go here in the ball game. Meyer with a basketball on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Meyer, floater, shoots it up off the glass, no good. Gilliard with the rebound. He gets pulled down from behind, and that'll be a personal on Columbus. He'll check who the foul's on. It's a 14 foul. Second personal on Michael Curl with 6:17 to go. 37-29, the Vikes lead. Into Jensen from Thordis. 37-29, and you get your painting scoreboard. Jensen across the timeline. Looking to set it up. Over to Johnson. Johnson left side. Johnson looking underneath, has Thornus. Out to Epperly. Epperly top of the key. Gilliard thought about the 3. Johnson going to go up. Under, left hand, off the glass, misses it. Rebounded by Curl. Held ball, arrow points towards Bigfork. So Johnson keeps fighting for the Vikings. Underneath, ties up Curl. And the held ball, arrow points towards Bigfork. Epperly to inbound, near side. Gets it out to Gilliard. Over to Thornus. Thornus on the right wing, looking. Epperly, 3-point shot, left wing. Just a little bit short, and run down. Johnson hustling all over the place. Grabs it for Bigfork. Out to Jensen. Thornus, right side, 5:39 to go. 37-28, Bigfork leads. Johnson over on the left side. Gilliard top of the key. Gilliard looking for Thornus underneath. Looking for Epperly. Bounce pass to Epperly. Epperly, spin move. Floater, turnaround. Good by Isaac Epperly. A 10-point lead, 39-29. 5:19 to go on your Gilliard painting scoreboard. Meyer, top of the key for Columbus. In the corner, Kramer, 3-point shot on the way, in and out, no good. Tipped up, grabbed by Thornus, gives it up to Jensen. Jensen in the backcourt. 5:05 to go here in the ballgame. The Vikings lead by 10, 39-29. Over to Gilliard on the left side. Gilliard looking underneath. Thornus, top of the key, gets it over to Johnson. And he's going to get fouled there by Kramer. That will be the 15th foul. Second personal on Cash Kramer. And number 11, Landon Olson, will come in for Columbus. 4:54 to go here in the ballgame. Into Gilliard. Gilliard, top of the key, gets it back out to Jensen. Looking. He's going to find Epperly. Epperly with the basketball. 4:47 to go. Epperly looking, driving, backdoor. Johnson off the glass on the backdoor cut. Nice speed by Isaac Epperly for two. 41-29, 4:35 to go here in the ballgame. Meyer looking to drive, kicks it out. Olsen, three-point shot in the way is good from the left side, and timeout taken by Columbus. So a 10-point ball game as the Vikings lead 41-31. That's a nice backdoor cut by Johnson. Epperly feeds into the basket, and then coming down, Landon Olsen makes a three from the left side. 4:29 to go here in the ballgame. Vikings lead 41-31 over the Cougars on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. And a timeout, full timeout taken by Columbus. I'll be back here from Great Falls, Montana, C.M. Russell High School. Well, welcome back to Great Falls, Montana, as the Vikings lead this one by 10 with 4:29 to go, 41-31 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. And I will say that it's the Bigfork Vikings defense that's been doing a phenomenal job today, really shutting things down and then taking advantage offensively. And Bigfork basketball after the made three by Columbus. Gilliard will get it into Epperly. Epperly, trap defense put on by Columbus. Kicks it over to Jensen. Jensen on the left side. Back to Epperly. And Epperly across timeline in the middle of Gilliard. Gilliard will get it back out to Epperly over to Jensen. Jensen left side. Gilliard free throw line. Thornus. Jensen. Jensen looking. Thornus on the left side. Gets it out to Jensen. Jensen off the glass for two. As he drives in, nearly loses it, picks it up, and scores it for two, 43-31, under 4 minutes to go. Meyer, left side. Jensen nearly steals it. Meyer looking underneath for Stephenson. Underneath, kicked by Jensen. And I know Jack runs cross country and plays soccer. He was using his soccer skills there. 3:50 to go, 43-31, 12-point lead on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. The Vikings lead. Trying to get it in, gets it into Curl. Guarded by Thornus, underneath to Stephenson. Stephenson out. Olsen on the drive. Knocked away, stolen by Jensen. Johnson underneath. And taken away by Columbus's Courts. Pass intended for Thornus, had him open underneath. Meyer looking to drive on Jensen. Meyer up, under, off the glass, on the floor. And he'll shoot a 1-and-1 as we're in the bonus. 7-8, that's the 8th team foul on Bigfork. And the second personal on Jensen. Mason Meyer at the line for a 1-and-1 for Columbus. 3:31 to go. 43-31, shot up off the rim, no good. Gilliard grabs the rebound and gets it up to Epperly, back to Gilliard. Jensen back to Gilliard, looking, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson to Epperly, going to bring it out. Gilliard going to run some clock, 3:19 to go. In Epperly thought about the three, up, left hand, up and under, dipsy-do by Isaac Epperly. 45-31, 3:05 to go here in the ball game. Meyer going to drive left side. Stephenson going to go up. And on the floor, going to make him shoot free throws. 1-and-1. It'll be a 19 foul on Bigfork. And that's the fourth on Eli Thornus with exactly 3 minutes to go. Bigfork, 2 more fouls on Columbus. They'll be in the bonus. 1 more on Bigfork, double bonus for Columbus with 3 minutes to go. 45-31, the Vikings lead. Stephenson's shot is up and good. 45-32 on your Gunlock Construction scoreboard. The Vikings lead here from C.M. Russell High School. Loser out action here at the state tournament in Great Falls, Montana. Stephenson's second shot is good. 45-33. Jensen will give it up to Gilliard. Back to Epperly. Epperly across the timeline. Over to Thornus. Going to bring it back out to Jensen. Going to run some time. Thornus. Left skip pass to Gilliard. Over to Jensen. Going to run that shot clock down to 20 seconds. Jensen looking left side. Thornus. 2:30 to go here. Thornus on the drive. Off the glass over Stephenson. Eli Thornus on the drive. 47-33. 2:30 to go here. Meyer, right side, looking to shoot that three. Up under drives baseline. Knocked out of bounds by Bigfork with 2:23 to go. The winner moves on to the Consolation Championship at 3:30 this afternoon. Meyer to inbound. Near side, gets it into Stephenson. Back out to Meyer. 3-point shot by Meyer is good from the left side. Quickly into Epperly. Back to Gilliard. Over to Jensen. Jensen looking up. Thornus back to Epperly. Epperly grabs it, luckily, into Gilliard. Back out to Jensen. 2:05 to go in the ball game. 47-36, 11-point lead. Jensen quickly up, gets it up to Epperly. Epperly left side, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Going to run it down. Epperly looking to drive. Up, under, feeds Thornus. Thornus blocked from behind by Olsen. Thought he had the open layup. Meyer, right side for Columbus. Looking to shoot the three. A long three. Drains it. Does Meyer from about 3 feet behind the arc. As the Vikings went under the screen instead over the screen. 47-39, 8-point lead with 1:39 to go here. And a full timeout. Or check that 30-second timeout. 47-39, Bigfork leads on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Wow. Just a heck of a ball game here from CM Russell in loser out action. 19 fouls against Bigfork, 5 against Columbus. It'll take 2 more before Bigfork gets into the bonus. Columbus already in the bonus. 2 big threes hit there by Mason Meyer for Columbus. It'll be Bigfork basketball, 1:39 to go. You just take care of the basketball and force them to foul you. They got to get 2 more to put you in the 1-and-1. Epperly to trigger the inbound for Bigfork. Pressure defense put on by Columbus in the backcourt. Into Jensen. Jensen, Epperly. Epperly going to bring it across the timeline, gets it over to Gilliard. Gilliard front court. Thornus back out to Gilliard. Gilliard looking. Drive, going to give it up to Thornus. Foul by Meyer. And that might be Meyer's 4th. It'll be 16 fouls on Columbus. And that is the 4th on Meyer. So Thornus to inbound. Gets it to Jensen in the backcourt. 1:25 to go. Over to Thornus. One more puts him at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Over to Jensen. Jensen back to Thornus. And Stephenson has to come out and foul Thornus. So Thornus will go to the line for a 1-and-1. That's the second one on Stephenson. 17 foul on Columbus with 1:16 to go here. 47-39. Bigfork leads on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Thornus at the line. Shot up. Nothing but the bottom of the net by Eli Thornus. He'll get one more. 48-39. 1:16 to go on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. And Eli Thornus at the line, one more. Rolls it off the rim, off the backboard, drops for 2. 10-point lead, 1:15 to go. Meyer right side, looking to shoot the 3. Let him drive, let him score the 2. Meyer scores the bucket, will go to the free throw line to complete the 3-point play. 49-41, 1:09 to go here on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. And the shot up is good. Inbound, Bigfork gets it into Epperly. 1:08 to go. Johnson needs to just pull it back out. Johnson gets fouled by Olsen, and Johnson will go to the line for a 1-and-1. 49-42, 1:02 to go here in the ballgame. Loser out action. Winner moves on to the consolation champion. Loser is done for the season with the state tournament. 49-42, 7-point lead, and Wyatt Johnson at the line. 1-and-1 for the Vikes. That's 18 fouls on Columbus. That's the first personal on Olsen. Johnson up, makes the first free throw. He'll get one more. 10 team fouls on Bigfork. 50-42 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Johnson, one more for the Vikings. 1:02 to go. Johnson's second shot up and good. And timeout taken by the Vikings. 51-42, a 9-point lead, 1:02 to go here on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. And a full timeout taken by the Vikings. And I'll be back here after this timeout here for CM Russell High School as the Vikings lead on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. 51-42 over the Columbus Cougars in boys Class B state basketball tournament action. Landon Byerman checking back in for the Vikes. All right, we're back here at CM Russell High School. 51-42, 1:02 to go here. Columbus to inbound. The Vikings up on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Into Meyer. Meyer probably looking to shoot the three. Screen set. Meyer looking. Drive. Pulls up. Can't get the three off. He'll get up. Meyer, long three off the right side. Misses everything. It'll be Bigfork basketball here with 52.3 to go. And Thorne is back in for Byerman. And Gilliard inbound for the Vikings. 52.3 go. Into Jensen. Jensen will go to the free throw line. He'll get a 1-1. Next foul will be double bonus for the Vikings. Here, 51.3 to go. 51-42 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. That's the first personal, number 2, Mike Courts. And Jack Jensen at the line. 1-1. Thornus will go out. Byerman will come back in, as I believe Eli has 4. Want to save him for the offensive end. Jensen's shot up and good. So the Vikings making their free throws down the stretch when it counts here in the fourth quarter. And Jensen will get one more. 10-point lead with 51.3 to go. Jensen off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Byerman. Byerman grabs the rebound, will go to the line to shoot 2. It's double bonus time the rest of the way for the Vikings. And a 10-point lead, 52-42, 49.4 to go. In the ball game. Sorry if I'm a little bit excited, but great game by the Vikings so far. Byerman, first shot up the rim, no good. And Levi Peterson will come in for Jensen. Jensen, absolute great ball game today. Coming in off the bench and doing a fine job. Vikings playing without Nick Walker with the ankle. Hopefully he can go this afternoon. Byerman makes his second off the rim, spins it all the way around. 53-42, 11-point lead, 47 seconds to go. Meyer looking, try to get open for that three. Over to Olsen, back to Meyer. Meyer, their three-point shooter and leader. Meyer, spin move. Cuts him off. Gilliard need to take it. Levi Peterson runs it down for Bigfork. Peterson, they're trying to foul him. Peterson across the timeline. Kicks it out to Johnson. Epperly. Over to Byerman. 23 seconds. The shot clock is off. The Vikings are going to win this. They're going to go to the consolation championship. And it looks like they're going to take on Red Lodge. Red Lodge leading Wolf Point. 4:35 to go in the fourth quarter over there. Still time left over there. Hey, folks, heck of a ball game. Columbus goes up by 8. The Vikings win this one. 53-42. And their defense is what put them through. And a great job by the Vikings here. I'll be back with your full game stats from CM Russell High School here in Great Falls, Montana. The Vikings move in the Consolation Championship. We'll take on the winner between Wolf Point and Red Lodge at 3:30 this afternoon. I'll be back momentarily here from CM Russell High School. All right, welcome back to CM Russell High School here in Great Falls, Montana. Loser out action. The Vikings win this one 53-42 against the Columbus boys. And I'm here with assistant coach Adam Jort on the postgame show. Postgame brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945. Waiting for the full game stats, and we'll get those. And here comes the kid right now. And we'll take a look what happened there. But a big win. A big win by you guys. But I thought the key, when they went up by 8 in the first quarter, I thought you really stepped up playing pressure defense, Adam.
Yeah, our defense was phenomenal all night. Coach Hall, he was fired up. He got the kids going. And, I mean, props to the kids. They buckled down, really played some great defense.
Well, I thought the energy that the kids brought. Now, Isaac did a great job on Stephenson, along with Eli. Eli on him at first, and Eli got a little bit of foul trouble. But the job Isaac did basically deny him. He's going to get a few points, but you really didn't let him go off. But the energy you had from Eli, from Isaac, and Isaac is kind of a quiet kid, but Wyatt Johnson, Jack Jensen, Landon Byerman is getting the start. You get Nick Walker, your 6'5" guy, injured from yesterday, the ankle. Hopefully he can go today. But you played without him, and you guys had so much energy going after everything, loose ball, scrapping for rebounds he shouldn't have got. But the kids just really hustling. Talk about those kids.
No, I mean, like you said, takes everyone on the whole entire team. Our bench was great. I mean, the kids, they just work so hard, and it's really fun to see, especially these games are tough. Waking up 9 o'clock games, and just the way they came out and battled on defense and talked, and the whole entire thing was awesome.
Well, they only out-rebounded you by 2, 25-23. Total field goals, you guys shot 43% in the first half. In the second, 50%, and 47% overall. Three-point range, 2 of 7 in the first half, 1 of 7 in the second half, but he didn't really need it. Key was down the stretch, 7 of 9 on the free throw line. Talk about the job. I mean, if you look at this balanced scoring, here we go. We got 3 guys in double digits, 1 right behind. Okay, you got 12 by Epperly. Thornus and Byerman get 11 apiece. 9 by Wyatt Johnson, 5 by Gilliard, and 5 by Jack Jensen. You only played, 7 guys?
Yeah, about 7, 8.
7 guys, yeah. Yep, 7 guys. So Levi coming off the bench along with Jack Jensen. You didn't have, Nick Walker. And we can talk about that later. But I thought the key, honestly, and we talk about this. I talk about this with Courtney Gunlock, the girls' head coach. Hey, if your offense ain't going, you can always play defense. Yeah. And you guys did a phenomenal job. Meyer hit some big threes down the stretch, but then you guys were denying him to try to take another one. Talk about that.
Yeah, we just had to Coach Hall talk to us, and towards the end of the game of just going to extend a 2-3 on him just to kind of run him off the three-point line a little bit and have a little bit better help defense. So that was a great call. And then down the stretch, the kids taking care of the ball and making their free throws. That finishes out games.
Yeah, some key one-on-ones. Eli gets the line. Then I'm trying to remember who other.
Wyatt Johnson.
Wyatt Johnson hits the one-on-one. Then he got in the double bonus, right? And then it was like, okay, I'm going to get 2 shots every time they foul you. And you guys took care of business. But you made your free throws down the stretch to still game. And that's what you have to do to beat a good team, like the Cougars with that 6'9" kid. Stephanie, he's only a junior. He's a force under there. But
yeah, they're going to have a lot of good kids coming back.
Yeah, Columbus will be a force, but we'll be in Class A. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to talk to Eli here in the postgame. Adam, thanks for joining me. Great game. We'll see you again. We're going to get you at 3:30 this afternoon. And over on the other side, Red Lodge was beating Wolf Point in the 4th. I don't know the final there, but you could face Red Lodge again and you beat them in the opening game. That'd be kind of ironic to 2 big teams to come back and make it to the Consolation Championship. Yep. Regardless of what, you have a chance to get some hardware, 3rd place, and playing at 3:30. It's hard to come back after losing the semifinal and play a 9 a.m. game, but you guys really stepped up and played.
Well, thank you.
All right, thanks, Adam. I'll let him take off the headset. We'll give it to Eli Thornus. All right, power forward, if you will, Eli Thornus. Great job today. Talk about your team, the team effort, the energy you guys brought. A little bit slow at 9 a.m. this morning to start out with. They got out to a lead, 8-point lead to be exact. But you guys really focus on. What did Coach say in the timeouts to get you guys focused and clamp down on defense? And then you guys took off from there.
Yeah, really just told us to keep sticking with our defense and be dudes out there. I mean, they had a 6'9", 6'6" kid that could really go off on us, but
yeah,
they wouldn't let him push him around.
You had Hayden Stevenson. You guarded him at first, then Isaac picked him up, and then Michael Curl, the other 6'5" senior for them. I mean, they only have one senior, and that's that 6'5" Michael Curl, so they're a really good team. I was a little concerned about the matchup coming this game with the 6'9" guy, but, you know, last year, remember facing the Reynolds kid from Shelby? Shelby.
Yeah.
In that loser-out game on Saturday. But this time, you guys had a different plan, and you guys really, between you and Isaac, you really held Stevenson down. If you take a look, he ended up with 10 for the game. Mason Meyer, their point guard, phenomenal player. He went off for 21 and, you know, single digits for everybody else, but you guys played well. You had, Eli, you had 11 points, 3 rebounds, you know, assist, turnover, and did a great job. Down the stretch, free throws, you were 2 for 2, right? You know, and did a good job. Talk about your teammates. I mean, coming off the bench, Jack Jensen, you know, you didn't have Nick Walker today. What does that do to you guys? What mentality when you know you might not get to play?
He brings the energy, and he's a big post dominance. Like, he works his butt off down in there. I mean, not having him makes us be more physical, I guess, in a way, since we don't have our bruiser down there. But
well, yeah, he's 6'5", rebounding, but also what I like about Nick Walker, he can step outside, shoot the three. And, dude, you are not the go-to three-point guy, are you? But when he shot that from the left side and drained that three, I says, we're going to be okay when our guy that normally doesn't shoot threes, nothing against that. Not that you can't do it, but that's not what you normally do. You're underneath, right? And I was telling the guy from Columbus, he's not normally a three-point shooter, but when he can step out and make that, it makes you a more dangerous team.
Yeah.
Well, great job. I'm really proud of you. That was a great ball game, and I look forward to you guys this afternoon. Get to play for some hardware.
Oh, yeah.
So are you guys excited about that?
Really excited.
I'm going to go let you celebrate with your fans and your teammates. I appreciate you joining me on the post game. I know your parents will probably listen back later, so let's see what you had to say. But proud of you. Great job today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Eli Thorness for the Bigfork Vikings on the post game show here from Great Falls, Montana. CM Russell High School as the Vikings win this one with defense, folks. Defense. They win 53-42. They win by 11 here in Great Falls, Montana. They'll play at 3:30 Consolation Championship. What does that mean for me? I'll be on the air about 3:15 over from Expo Park, Four Seasons Arena for that ball game, and then we'll have the Valkyries later on as well. I was going to try to check with and find out who we're playing. Thanks, Heather Howlett listening out there as well. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate the comments. Yeah, there's nobody here for the NFHS, so you can stop me, get to the play, and then on the video you can see. I'm going to check here. If you hang on 1 second, I'm going to check on that score over between Red Lodge and Wolf Point. And Red Lodge was leading there in the fourth quarter. And see who we face in the Consolation Championship here. So give me just a second as I check the brackets. The guy from Malta was showing me on his phone the NFHS network as they were going. So And let me check here on the boys' side. You got loser actions. They continue. It's the girls going on here next. It is Malta. Girls taking on Baker in this ball game from CM Russell. There's another game going on, obviously, over at Expo Park, the Four Seasons Arena, as well. And they're between Huntley Project and Columbus. I'm trying to get that before he needs to steal the power here. Let me hang on 1 second here. So as I wrap things up, this is really still, I have to tell you later, we're playing at 3:30. I'm going to wrap up things so they can take the power here, shut things down, and go have some lunch, enjoy, and celebrate this big win by the Vikings. Final here in loser out action. It was Bigfork Vikings 53, the Columbus Cougars 42. Bigfork plays at 3:30. We'll be on the air at 3:15 with pregame of that Consolation Championship. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows here from CM Russell High School. Final 53-42. The Vikes win and move on. Thinking good afternoon, or good morning, I should say. It's almost 10:30, and we'll catch you this afternoon as the Vikings take